What is up? What is up? YouTube. Shout out to my moms. I'm doing this for my mother, man. She don't. Mom said, I don't believe that he did that stuff. I don't believe it at all. I said, really, Mom? Why don't you believe it? Because she likes Tyler Perry. She likes his acting and all that good stuff. But see, Mom, I ain't say too much to moms because I love her to death. But check this out, man. This a real shorty right here. We're gonna start off with the Gene Deal, and then I'm gonna go with best friend reveals the worst receipt. Oh my God, don't say that. Don't say that. Hey man, look at these thumbnails. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. Gene Deal first, up first, man. We mixing some stuff together, baby, on my search.
Tyler Perry, how you feel about everything he's being accused of?
Lord have mercy.
Here go a whole nother thing. But this guy, he doing a civil suit against Tyler Perry. He just, I don't know if he put any racketeering or any criminal acts against him, but it's real funny, man, how stuff I talked about years ago. How Tyler Perry was at Jack the Rapper. I don't know if he was at Jack the Rapper per se, but Jack the Rapper was in Puerto Rico. And me and my man was sitting at a table, Black, this kid named Black, pretty boy Black. We were sitting at the table at this nice restaurant. And 2 bottles of champagne came over to our table. I was like, damn, Black, you balling like that, bruh? So I know you got the bill. He was like, Gene, I thought you ordered that shit. I said, nigga, I ain't ordered nothing. What are you talking about? So I called the waitress. I say, hey, yo, these bottles is about $200-300 a bottle, bro. And you talking about we in early 2000s. They're like $200-300 a bottle. I was like, hey, yo. Yo, this at the wrong table. You know what I'm saying? And she said, no. The gentleman over there sent the bottles over to the gentleman over here. And they pointed to my man Black. And I looked at the gentleman over there, and I looked at Black. I looked at the gentleman over there, and he's smiling. And then I looked at Black. I looked at the gentleman over there, and it was Tyler Perry.
Dang.
I was like, oh, snap. I said, yo, little ninja, let me find out. You wake up in the morning and Madea's in the room with you. Man, he sent my man 2 bottles of champagne over. I was like, yo, Black, you know him? He was like, yo, no. I said, send him back. He was like, I'm drinking them. I said, all right, dude. Go ahead and drink them all if you want to.
I ain't drinking
Tyler Perry sending grown men bottles of champagne over to their table back then. So when I told that story, you know, I guess some people was mad at me because I told the story. But I also knew about the Boondocks. Did you ever watch the Boondocks? And they did this segment on there when this actor was acting like he was a woman, like Madea, but only to have sex with men. You ain't never seen that?
Nah, I never seen it. I heard about it though. I've been hearing about it all week.
Yeah,
I've been hearing about it all week.
They did an episode on the Boondocks.
Damn, man.
Like Madea, but only reason he was doing that was to have sex with men. Had them in the play, in the movie, and things like that. So they did that, and Tyler Perry had them take it off, and end up eventually having the whole show taken off the air.
Dang, for real?
One of the funniest episodes of the Boondocks. So when I said that Tyler Perry was sending men bottles over to the table, everybody thought that shit is normal. It ain't normal where I'm from. You ain't gonna send no 2 men, but he was sending Black. He wasn't sending me. He was sending Black those 2 bottles of champagne. And I was like, yo, wow. Tyler Perry go hard in the paint, huh? And now this lawsuit that he's facing. This dude has said that And the dude had made reference almost a year ago about this whole situation. I think he just got the courage up to go against him. He made reference to it. So now he's going against, I guess Tyler Perry threw him off the set or not using him anymore.
Using him.
So he's going to come out with his truth. But he has a right, Tyler Perry has a right to face his accusers too. But I believe the dude going to be all in the right. He should have settled out.
You think so? You don't think it's going to end well for Tyler Perry?
Well, I believe a grown-ass man ain't going to come out and say another man was sexually trying to do something to him. And if he wasn't trying to do nothing to him. Because that's a whole lot to put out there.
Facts.
And just like one of the content creators said that Diddy was trying to sext him, but then he goes to see Diddy at Revolt Fair. Do that make any sense? Unless you really into that like that. You know, why would this dude say something about Tyler Perry like that? He made reference to it months ago. Now he just came out with the lawsuit with it. Tyler Perry got an answer to that. Because you can't tell, allegedly. I was there when he made it. To me, that's a pass. He was making a pass at my friend. He was making a pass at my friend, sending him 2 bottles over to his table. That's making a pass at a man.
Could have been a pass at you. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe.
So the dude must got some, he might got something on Tyler Perry.
Do you remember the year this was?
It was Jack the Rapper. It was the year that 50 song came out in the club. I remember that because me and 50 spoke at that place right there. That's the first time after his shooting I ever spoke to 50. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I remember that the year of it. I don't know what year that was, but it was the year that In the Club came out and 50 was there promoting his music.
All right. Check this out, man. Tyler Perry, Lord have mercy, man. Tomorrow we're going to be down this joint all day long in the paint, baby. Oh, check this out, man. Check this out.
Is gay.
I can't believe this, man. Shout out to my moms. I'm just letting her know, because she going to watch this video, y'all. I'm just letting her know some of the stuff that I found on the internet. And I always knew he had some sugar in his tank.
Tyler Perry is gay. I know he's gay. He knows he's gay. We all have friends that know he's gay. I've hung around Tyler Perry. I've known Tyler Perry for years. Tyler Perry is hiding in the closet, trying to hide his sexuality and not really doing a good job about it when you stop and think about it.
In 2013, NFL star Kerry Rhodes had just played his last game in the NFL.
What?
He didn't know it at that time. He was only around 30 years old, and he was trying to get back into the league, but things didn't work out for him. But around that year of 2013, a very interesting photo came out of him and his assistant, Alton Craig.
They look like
and
twins.
People were saying, hey, this photo is interesting. It looks like Kerry Rhodes is involved with this man. Now, it's interesting because at this time, Kerry Rhodes was still married to his wife, but people just didn't understand the closeness of him and this other guy. It didn't make sense. And then when you looked at Kerry Rhodes' assistant on Instagram, people thought that this man lived a gay lifestyle. Kerry Rhodes came out and talked about it and said, well, the rumors are what they are, but I am not gay. Damn. Fast forward. Once this rumor came about, an NFL news reporter asked Kerry Rhodes about what he thought about the NFL's policy of asking about a future NFL's players' sexuality.
One little bit of a serious question. Okay. The NFL has been asking some of the candidates about their sexual orientation.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing. I think for us, for a football player to grow as our franchise, our brand to grow. I think, a lot of people outside of football think we're big tough guys, and that's what we're about. We're not anything past that. But we have a lot of guys that are intellectual guys that are smart, guys that business driven, business oriented. And now, now that the sexual orientation thing is coming up, I think you will find that somebody will come out and say that they're, whatever the situation is. And I think it's a good thing. I think the more you grow as a person, as an individual, you become secure with who you are.
Kerry Rhodes was still trying to distance himself from being gay, but then this happened. Shannon Sharp's former assistant, then the boyfriend of Kerry Rhodes, came out by the name of Hollywood Mugler. He released a bunch of photos of them together in provocative positions. He said this.
Kerry Rhodes is gay. Anytime you lay with a person that has the same thing that you have between thy legs and you sleep with them, you're gay. But I think that I probably was the first guy that he tried, and he.
Hold up, I'm gay. Oh shoot! When I was young, I used to spend the night over my friends' houses and stuff, and when we got a little older, we ain't sleep in the same bed. We slept in the same room, but I'm just joking, y'all. I'm joking.
He liked it.
And he liked it.
Now, Kerry Rhodes went on to lose a lot of credibility amongst fans and people because, number one, you're living a gay lifestyle, and then number two, you lied about it. But there's somebody else who could also risk their career with that. Tyler Perry. As we know, Tyler Perry has a lawsuit from actor Derek Dixon, in which the guy is looking for $260 million at least in damages. If it goes all the way through, he could pay $400 million. But for some, this might not seem okay because Tyler Perry is not gay. He has a girlfriend or had a girlfriend as a kid with an Eritrean woman. And even though he may have some feminine attributes, that doesn't mean that Tyler Perry is gay. He's never acknowledged the fact that he's gay. How is this lawsuit coming about? Clearly, this must be a lie, right? Damn! And now, some old things are resurfacing. There's a YouTuber by the name of Walter Lee Hampton II. Now, if anybody knows about Walter Lee Hampton, I've seen his videos here and there. He's been on the platform for a long time. And some of his best videos are against his former friend, Tyler Perry. Now, this isn't new. He's been doing these videos for at least 13 to 14 years, some even 12 years old. And one of his most popular videos is called The Outing of Tyler Perry. Can a gay man who is already out be outed? And then he says this.
The reason why Tyler Perry and I are really not friends even to this day is because Tyler Perry was uncomfortable with his sexuality and he didn't want anyone to know. And I was sitting there, me and him got into a very heated discussion at a restaurant many years ago, more than 10 years ago. And after that discussion, we really kind of distanced ourselves. So I'd see him and say hello, he'd see me and say hello. I couldn't understand how someone could dislike themselves so much that they would hide who they were from everyone. And
that's the whole problem.
A lot of black gay men are just not comfortable with who they are.
That's the whole problem right there. Because it could be a person that's gay. I have a neighbor that's gay. We talk. I don't even run from them or whatever. Now I got some straight women that I run from. Oh, I want to see her because she fake. I'm allergic. I got allergictivity. I have allergic bone in my body of fake people, man. I can't deal with the bull. How about that? Is that right? I can't stand the bullshit.
They're not proud of who they are. They're not happy with who they are. And this is sad. Very, very sad. See.
Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. My bad, y'all.
I can't change who I am. Now, if I wanted to get rid of this big black nose, yeah, I could run and go see a bunch of plastic surgeons here, put a little pug nose right here.
Don't do that.
I could probably do something to my lips and I probably can lighten my skin and look white. But I'm still gonna be a black man.
He says the reason why him and Tyler Perry fell out is because Tyler Perry was clearly gay. Tyler Perry was going to gay clubs, hanging around gay people, and everybody knew that, Tyler Perry was gay, but he consistently tried to deny the fact that he was gay, and that him and Tyler Perry stopped being friends because he confronted him about it. Like, hey, listen, man, like, everybody knows you're gay. I'm gay. And if you look at Walter Lee Hampton, he's a big guy, he's a bodybuilder, but he says, hey, I've known I've been gay since preschool. And, it's something that we just got to accept instead of going around and acting like you're not that.
Facts.
And because of that fallout, him and Tyler Perry have no longer been friends. But he goes on to say this.
You can't pray away the gay. You can't wish it away.
TD
A
Jakes.
psychiatrist can't change it.
TD Jakes.
People are born gay. Black people have got to be stopped being so ignorant and stupid about sexuality. We've got to stop letting religion dictate our lives in concerns to sexuality.
He says, well, a lot of people are religious, and so praying the gay away, that's hard for people to do because people know that homosexuality is a sin. And so just being gay or being associated with being a homosexual is tough to do. Now, let me just say, that's a great point. I'm going to tell you why. If you guys from the black community understand how Tyler Perry started off, he started off in the black church. Like, how I found Tyler Perry was because of his particular plays that had like Tamala Man and David Man and the church plays that were touring all over the country. Back in the day, you used to have to fill out the money order like my grandma used to do and then order them on P.O. Box, and they would send them to your house and they would play them on DVD. And that's how the world knew about Tyler Perry. He literally got on just like Master P did. Master P and E40 and Too Short, they were selling CDs out the trunk, right? And so Tyler Perry got into Hollywood by building up a fan base by literally selling church plays. So a lot of things with Tyler Perry have to do with a lot of religion-based things. And honestly, that is a part of his mantra. That's a part of his brand, right? His brand is Jesus, a part of Tyler Perry, even though he's gotten into different things. But clearly, he's known as a person that's a Christian. And we already know that because there's a viral video of him laying his hands on TD Jakes and TD Jakes falling out. So Tyler Perry plays a big role in the church. And clearly for him, a person that grew up in his generation, you can't come out and say that you're homosexual and be accepted by the church community in his time. Now, somebody like Lee Daniels, who's a filmmaker and show producer, he's clearly gay, but he's not attached to the church like Tyler Perry is. So Tyler Perry is trying to hide all of this. And here's how he's done it.
There's been all kinds of stuff said about Tyler Perry and sexuality over the years. Tyler Perry has paid out millions of dollars to keep his sexuality a secret. Millions. Tyler Perry, I've known people who wrote books about Tyler Perry, plays about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry would meet with them, give them money, have them sign a no-clause agreement stating that they will not speak about him. They won't say anything about him for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Who knows? He's did this with a lot of people, and he's gave them millions of dollars to shut up. If I was Tyler, I'd have been like, go ahead and write your play.
According to Walter Lee, he's been paying people out for years. This is back in 2013 or 2012. And, he's been doing it even since that time. People have been trying to hide their books and whatever the case may yield. But the real issue is that with Tyler Perry is that he doesn't want this information out. But I think that many of us, let me not say this, we feel like we might be able to see what Mr. Walter is talking about, right? Let me just say this. If Tyler Perry were to come out and he was gay, wouldn't nobody be like, what? Really? We would all be like, woo, now that we got that out the way. Got him! But the problem with that would be if Tyler Perry were to admit that he was gay, then it would give credence to these allegations from people over the years, former actors, this person, And because all of that is pent up inside of him, he has the urge to go out here and clap cheeks over here at Clap House University, and he's trying to secretly do it. And now if he comes out and says he's gay, then okay, number one, he's probably going to be a heretic in the black church, even though the black church is changing now. But in the time that Tyler Perry was coming up, hey, if you were a person that was gay, you had to keep that on the low. Many of you guys remember like Reverend James Cleveland. You might remember Richard Smallwood.
Damn.
Stop the show. I mean, that dude's last name is. I mean, a lot of those guys in the black church, historically, we've heard about. I've heard about the great Reverend Charles Nix that played at the St. James Baptist Church in Detroit, that he was gay. A lot of people kept a lot of that under wraps. And as long as you didn't talk about it, it was okay. The black church had a don't ask, don't tell policy about sexuality. But Tyler Perry is still stuck in that generation of you don't ask and you don't tell. Maybe if he was 30, 35 in today's church, more accepting, it might be okay. But the reality is that whatever you do in the dark will come to the light, okay? You might be able to fool some people, but you won't be able to fool them all. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi D. Jackson back at it again. The episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. We're out.
Hey, that was a decent ending right there, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is why. Think about Diddy. Diddy ain't come out the closet. Diddy and Tyler Perry, this is what they doing, man. I'm trying to tell you. They are the ones to get the most bravery, the most money from the rich folks that's in the closet, right? They in the closet and they want to sleep with a fresh virgin, young boy or somebody that's new. Oh, he ain't not been with another. I really think that it's a greater turn on to them to be with a man that has never been with another man. I'm they first. That's what I think it is. Yeah, that's right. Diddy is dangling this carrot over top of these little boys. So, hey, you want to be an artist? You want to be with our team? You got to take this egg and the egg can't crack. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Tyler Perry, look here, y'all, you halfway there. You act like you're a little soft. You might as well go ahead and give up the cheeks. Just let it happen naturally. That way you can become a millionaire. And then I can take you and say, hey, he fresh, he brand new. Don't tell him we did it though. Don't tell him we did the grown up. You know what I'm saying? That's what he doing. That's the gatekeeper. That's the gatekeeper, man. I figured this all out on my own. Look here, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. Thank y'all so much, man. Let me know if you're an ender. Y'all say y'all always make it to an end. I'm checking out the comments. Love y'all, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Everybody pray. No matter what, everybody pray, especially while we at war. Jesus. Peace out.